Okay, we are live. What's up, everybody? It's the One Nation Podcast 864. I'm your co-host, Thomas Rooker, for the evening, and I got my guy, Kenny Moore, in the building tonight.
What's up? What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? 864 in the house. What's
Yes,
up?
sir. And we got another guest but she can't get on right now. But when she do, we will definitely get her in here. So everybody out there, the topic tonight is Motivational Tuesdays. This is something that we're gonna start every Tuesday, and I know I picked the right guest to do this with, man. You know what I'm saying? Before I go any further, I know y'all know Kenny by now. You checked him out with the King's Table. He's helped me out with a lot of projects. We shout each other out a lot, man. And I figured, since we're doing motivation, Kenny, you be the one of the best people, to get on here. Because I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. Before he get into it, before we go back and forth, Kenny send me motivation every morning. You know what I'm saying? And it's nothing like, let's just say you having a bad morning or things just ain't going your way, and then boom, I get a message from Kenny, man, and it always is uplifting. You know what I mean? It's great talk, great vibes. But Kenny, tonight, man, I just want to know I always want to ask you this: what motivates you? Since you give it out all the time, but what motivates you?
Man, what motivates Kenny?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back a little bit, brother, on that. What
Okay.
really motivated me, started me on this journey, man, was my grandmother. And y'all know I
Okay.
use her a lot because she was my best cheerleader. She was my motivator. She was my
Hold on, Kenny. I
was my
think we got
mentor.
Ashley in here. I think
Okay,
we got
okay,
Ashley. Okay, we
okay,
about to get on. Here we
okay.
go.
Ashley,
Ashley's in the building,
ah,
y'all.
what's up?
Hey,
My
I was
girl,
I
Miss
was afraid.
Ashley. It's
I
my
said,
girl
please
there.
let her get on
That's
here.
her, the queen. Matter of
Yes,
fact,
sir.
Thomas,
Yes, sir.
You let the queen go first. The
Yeah,
queen
we're
got to
gonna
go
we gonna
first.
let her go first. Ashley,
Yes, the
I just
queen.
asked the kind of get you up to speed. I asked
Okay.
Kenny. Well, Kenny always motivate me, but
Hmm.
I asked him what motivates him. So I'm gonna ask you because you're a motivator yourself. What motivates you? What gets you going?
So, what motivates me is not being in the same place I was the day before, the year before, the month before. Life is about growth.
Right.
I refuse to remain stagnant, stale. You know what I mean? Life is
Yeah.
about moving on. So that's the motivation for me. Besides the obvious, like, your family, your
Mm-hmm.
children, wanting your businesses to thrive. Um,
Right.
for me, it's just beyond that because I think those are if you're a parent, those are the obvious things. You always want to be great for your children, right? But I want to be
Right.
great for me too. I want to be
Right.
great for myself. I want to be great for Bessie. I want to be great for Lakita because I feel like what better way to honor them than to show up as the best version of myself.
Yes,
Right.
I love
Right.
that. I love it.
I
I
like
love it.
that.
I
All right,
love it.
Kenny, what you got? What you got,
Man,
Kenny?
gotta come behind my sister.
Yeah,
I
that's
like that
hard,
though.
but
I like that. That's hard. No, piggyback off what sis said. What motivates me is life. God give me a second chance to thing called life every day. What
right,
motivates me is being able to motivate other people. What motivates me is to see somebody struggling and knowing I got the answer, or knowing I got
right.
something to give them, or seeing somebody fall short and knowing I got to help a hand to pick that brother up or pick that sister up and say, look, we got this. Let's wipe it off. Let's pick our feet up. Let's
Mm-hmm.
move. We got this.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
to piggyback off what sis said, I do this not only for me, I do it for my siblings, I do it for my grandmother, rest her soul, my mom and my dad. So motivation for me is just simply giving back what was given to me.
Amen.
Right. Right, right. And I'm gonna tell you, man,
Amen.
what motivates me, both of y'all said it. It's family. And
Yeah.
it's just that's the main thing. Because you know, around this time, I'm gonna say my son is 9 years old. So once I looked at him, I realized it wasn't about me no more. It's not about me.
Exactly.
Then, yeah, then two
Yeah.
more followed after that. So I was like, yo, this, this is all about them, man. And I get up in the morning and I used to have this thing, I'm blessed with this job I have that I don't have to leave too early. I used to have a thing where I'm gone before they get up. You know what I mean? But now I can
Hmm.
wait around just a little bit and I look at them every morning. I tell them how much I love them And that drives me. That gives me the motivation, all the motivation I need, man. So
Yes.
that's my
Definitely.
motivation.
Yes,
That's
Lord. I
my
love it. I
motivation.
love it.
Yes, sir.
Definitely.
But I wanted to read something, man. It's a quote I seen. Ashley, I'm gonna let you know. Me and Kenny were just talking about this. Kenny send me a quote or something every morning to motivate me, and that's
That's
just how he is.
awesome.
He all be on Facebook doing his thing too. I be trying to catch him, but I really can't. But this quote I seen, it said, "Motivation gets you started. Discipline keeps you going." You know what I mean?
Oh,
So I've been
oh,
I
I've
like
been
it.
looking at yeah, I've been looking at that a lot.
I like that.
You there, Kenny? Self discipline. Can
mm,
y'all
Yeah, I'm
tell
here.
me?
Mhm.
Can y'all tell me? I guess where I'm trying to go with this is the discipline that it takes to succeed. You know what I mean? Like in everyday life, because I know all of us got goals. You know what I'm saying?
definitely.
And we could be motivated, but without that discipline, we ain't gonna get nowhere.
Yeah.
So can y'all
Yeah.
kind of piggyback off that? How are y'all handling the discipline part? Because I'm still learning a little bit.
Go ahead,
Well,
sis.
for me, and I appreciate you being such a gentleman, Kenny. You always
Yeah.
have, which I don't know if
Yeah.
I know Kenny a long time.
Yes, that's my girl
So
right there. For
he's
real. For
always
real.
been a gentleman, like no real spit. He's always
Yeah,
been a gentleman, and I think that takes you so far, and I appreciate that.
yeah,
Thank you,
Um,
bro.
but definitely self-discipline is like A1, it's top tier. You have to have it. Like
Yeah.
it's just no other way around it, right? Because you
right,
can want it all day, but do you have the drive and the commitment and the discipline to get up and go get it? Because it's not gonna fall in your lap, right? That's like
right,
trying to
right,
lose weight. You have to be
right,
disciplined enough to not only go to the gym and watch what you eat, but disciplined enough to change your lifestyle,
right,
right?
right,
So you
right.
have to be disciplined no matter what you're doing. Okay, you know what? I know I need XYZ in my inventory. So
Mhm.
yes, I sold XYZ, but am I going to take that money and get myself something? Am I going to take that money this week and go out to the club, or I'm going to pour
Right,
back into my dream
right, right.
and get the things I need to sustain that dream and keep that dream afloat? Like, yeah, that self-discipline. Like, being disciplined is knowing that you don't have to go out every weekend, because every time you leave the house, you spend $100. Like, it just costs a
You're
hundred
right,
dollars to leave your house.
right.
You
You're
need
right about that.
gas, you need food. If you know, a red flag for me is okay, if I'm going somewhere, I feel like I need a new outfit. So my discipline comes in shopping my closet, right? Everybody's discipline is going to be different.
Yes.
First, you have
Right.
to notice it,
Mm-hmm.
address it,
Mm-hmm.
make the changes necessary to fix it. Because how much does this dream mean to you? How much does
Right.
that goal mean to you? Like, you
Yes.
talk
Right.
about it, but you eventually got to be about it, because we can yap about it all day, right? We
Yes.
can
Right.
talk about it
Right.
all day. But how much are you really about your business where, you know what? I don't have to be seen every weekend. You know
You're
what?
right.
I don't have to eat out so often. Then goes
Right.
that, you know what your
Yes.
grandma used to tell you, is food in the refrigerator.
Yes.
You're right. You're right.
Grandma
You're
ain't
right.
telling no lie. You
You're
know, you need that.
absolutely right.
You have to have that
Yes.
self-discipline to
Yes.
know it out. And this is what works for me and a lot of people that I talk to. I try to instill it in them, or at least give them an example of it. Gut check yourself. You know
Yes.
you. You
Yeah.
have to be able to look in the mirror and have uncomfortable conversations with you to
Right.
say, you know what? I spend a lot. I eat out a
Mm-hmm.
lot. I do
Mm-hmm.
unnecessary shopping a lot. Like, have those unnecessary conversations with yourself so you
She's
can
right.
pinpoint exactly
Yes.
what it is,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
fix it, and then things will start falling into place. But you have to
Yes.
be willing to hold uncomfortable conversations with yourself,
Right.
and then realize how much that goal means to you, and do the necessary things, uncomfortable as they may, because that discomfort is temporary. But if you trying
Yes.
to meet that goal, baby,
Yeah.
you'll take a
Yes.
Hey,
little
talk, Ash.
discomfort. You'll take a
You're
little
Teach.
right.
discomfort.
Teach. Teach.
Yeah. 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 Kenny, can you follow behind
I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna do my best. Um, you gotta be willing. You gotta be willing to change your mindset,
her?
Yeah.
Right.
change your surroundings, change the way you speak,
Come on.
Mm-hmm.
change the thing, change the way you look at things, change the way
Right.
you listen, and change the way you speak. What you
Come
speak,
on.
what you speak, man. If you don't understand, the words that come out your mouth can be dangerous, they can be helpful, or they
You're
can be
right.
hurtful.
You're right.
So you gotta be disciplined enough to, like as you said, we all have businesses, we all have goals, we all have things that we do. So I'm gonna use
Right.
myself in this, put myself in the scenario. I know every morning, at least twice a week, I got to be up at 5 a.m. I have
Okay.
to be up to be at the gym at 6:30. That's the 5 a.m. gets me up. My morning start is getting on my knees, thanking God first and foremost.
Yes,
That
sir.
Amen.
takes discipline because God is always there. We got to
Right.
get
Amen.
enough to get on our knees and just talk to Him throughout the day. Don't
Mm-hmm.
have to be a certain time or nothing. So discipline enough to
Mm-hmm.
get up and know I have to go give my gift to somebody
Come
because
Right.
my gift is
Right.
on.
not mine. My gift is not mine. We got
Come
to get that,
on.
and that takes a lot of takes a mindset and takes self discipline to understand the difference, knowing that you got to go give something.
You're
So
right.
that is a big part for me. Not only that, now we starting this thing like we said, the King's Table. I had to get
Right.
out of my own way. I was
Yeah.
in my way,
Yeah.
and my pastor said it to me a month ago. He said, Kenny, so he said it's simple. Go build.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Go build.
Mm-hmm.
So
mm.
I had to change the way I looked in the mirror, like Sis said. I had to take the puzzle apart. My life was a puzzle. It was mixed up. It was all messed up. So I took it apart.
Mm-hmm.
I said, okay, God, we're gonna build this thing one layer at a time. I'm not where
Mm-hmm.
I want to be. But I'm not. I'm
Mm-hmm.
damn so. Excuse me, I'm damn so not who I used to be.
Come
So
Right.
on.
Right.
now
Right.
self-discipline, that's what it teaches you. And you got to walk the way. If you can't walk the walk, you definitely can't talk the talk.
Come
So
Right.
on.
I just don't talk the talk, I walk it too.
Right.
Come
And I
on.
and,
Right.
and that's how God is using me. So self-discipline is one of the biggest things you have to learn how to have it. Can nobody give it
Right.
to you? You got to be
Right.
willing to do it and receive it.
Come on.
You're right, man. And I can honestly piggyback off both of y'all. I'm actually I'm proud of myself because when we talk about self discipline and motivation, I like you say, Kenny, I'm definitely not the same person I used to
Yeah.
be, man. And you got to understand that when you want to better yourself, when you're doing things different, you're gonna lose a lot too. You know what I
Come on.
mean? And it's not just friends that you thought you had, but it's a lot of things you got to leave in the past with that. Because I
Amen.
can honestly see myself, man. Where like Ashley was saying, you don't have to go out to the club. My mom used to tell me back in the day, "Damn, let the club miss you sometime." You know what I
Oh,
mean?
Come
Because I
on.
be,
yes,
yeah,
come
we in
on.
there 24/7, and it clicked. I can't say it clicked right when I had my kids, but somewhere in there it clicked, man. And I fell back and I just started getting myself together, my health, life,
Yes.
spiritual, all kind of things, man. And once I
Yes.
did that, that's when I started seeing, hey, such and such don't, but you know what? It ain't even a problem no more. I'm comfortable in my own zone. I'm loving it. And man, I'm gonna tell you this motivation that Kenny, you give me every morning. Actually, I mean, he is like clockwork. I know when he about to send a message through. So, and I stopped, bro. I want to give you your flowers. I stop and I actually look at everything you send me, man. And
I
I take
appreciate that.
it and I try
Mm.
to apply it to my day and my life. And bro, it's been going great. And Ashley, I get things from you when you post on your page.
Yes.
We rocking with you. Me and Sade
Yes.
rocking with you all the
All
way.
day.
So,
All day.
so you already
Oh,
know.
yeah.
Yeah, man, it's a big thing. But let me ask y'all this right quick. If let's say me and Kenny, we got the King's table going, Ashley. So me and Kenny was talking about this weekend. What's something you would say to the youth to motivate them? Because the youth, their mind is all over the place these
Is.
days. It's
Is.
yeah, it's left to right. They don't know what to do. But I feel like, us as peers, we can reach them through motivation. If you had to motivate one young person, whether it's a kid or whoever, what advice would you give them? Any one of y'all can
First
jump on.
advice
Let Ash.
that I would give them is to keep God first.
Okay.
Like Kenny said, you have to. He's the head of your life.
Right.
Um, Keep God first. Secondly,
Mm-hmm.
um, and this I didn't really get this until I got a little older because Kenny, like I grew up in church. I'm a
Yeah.
church
Yeah.
baby,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now that I'm older, still very much a church girl, but I'm definitely more spiritual in ways. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
and I said that because when I was like my teenager's age, like, 17, 18, I felt
Mhm.
like I had to be straight, narrow, and perfect. And ain't
Mhm.
nobody perfect.
Right.
Yep.
Right. Right.
Nobody, and that feels like a lot of pressure.
Right.
Nobody's perfect, right?
No.
Now, true enough, I could have listened and saved myself from a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Had I known that God does not expect me to be perfect, but
Yes.
He
Right.
does expect me to strive and be better than I was the day before and to be Christ minded,
Right. Right. Right.
right?
Right. I
So
got
if I could give them anything, is to seek God's face first. Understand that He does not expect you to be perfect because none is perfect but Him, right?
right. Right.
But He does expect you to try your best every day, right? And
Mm-hmm.
listen. Your
Right.
parents aren't
Right.
here to hurt you. You know what I mean?
right.
Your
Yep.
Right.
parents, if anything, got jewels and seeds they can drop because they've been 17, 18, 19 years old. And regardless of what you think, you ain't doing nothing new, baby. You ain't
Yeah.
doing nothing new. You know what I mean? They really think we don't know what we talking about. Like they just done
yeah.
figured it out. And they doing. You're not doing anything new.
You're
Whether it
right.
be whether it be being promiscuous, whether it be doing something, as far as drugs, whatever it may be, we've been 17, 18 years old. It's not
Right.
new.
Right.
Yes.
It sure ain't.
And we're coming from a place of love. And if you would get
mm-hmm.
it from the house where there's a place
Mm-hmm.
of love and correction comes with love, you won't be so
Mm-hmm.
mad out here in the street with people that don't care nothing about you.
You're right,
So
Ashley.
be in
Talk
a
that
place
talk.
to listen with your ears and listen with your heart
Yes.
and
Mm-hmm.
understand that we are coming from a place of love because we would hate to see you go through the things that we went through and
Lord
learn the
knows.
hard way. My grandma used to
right.
always say, God rest her soul, a hard head make a soft head.
You
It
better
sure
believe it.
do.
And
You
no
better believe it.
lies were
Better
told.
believe it. Better believe it.
No
yeah.
lies were told. So
None. None at
listen,
all.
keep God first.
Yes.
Understand He's
Mm-hmm.
not looking for perfection from you. He's
Yes.
looking for consistency from you.
Yes.
I like that.
Consistently
That
in
word
your
me.
word, consistently
Yeah.
grateful, consistently praying, consistently trying to be better than you were the day before. And then guess
Right.
Yes.
what? You'll eventually grow up and become a person where those things don't even entice you anymore. Those
Yep.
things don't even bother you anymore. But you know
Right.
what I mean? Like, that's what God is looking. He's looking for a willing soul, an open soul. You know what I mean? Not a
Yes.
Right.
perfect soul, because He knows
Yes.
we're imperfect.
You're
Yes.
right. You're right.
That's it.
You
Yes.
absolutely right. Get it what
Yes.
you got, baby boy.
And what would I tell them? I mean, I deal with them every day. I see them every day in the gym. I see them outside the
hmm
gym. So to piggyback first, like Sis said, I always tell them, all of them know God is the key to everything. First and
That's
foremost.
it.
Right.
Then I
Right.
would tell them, I would give them my 4 C's. Well, 5 C's now, but I would tell them, I would break
hmm
them down. I said the first one I would give you is be willing to accept change and make change.
Come on.
First
hmm
and foremost. Then I would tell them, be careful the choices that you make. All choices
Right.
aren't bad, and the bad choices are meant to teach us something in that moment. So you
hmm
have to choose the way you want to walk this life out. You have to choose the way you want to move, to choose the way you want to speak, choose the people you want to be
hmm
around. You have that choice. Then I would
hmm
tell them, okay, now you have chance. In life, you're
hmm
gonna take chances. In life, you're gonna fall sometime. But that means,
Oh
like
yeah.
Steve said, you fall, get back up, and jump again. You
Right.
gotta take the chance. You gotta take chances sometime to step into your gift. But don't take chances that's gonna get you somewhere where you can't come back from.
Come on.
Right.
So, and
Right.
then I would tell them your character says a lot.
Come
What you show
on.
people, what you show them first and foremost is what they're gonna remember.
Come on.
Whatever
Right.
they see first, is they're never gonna forget that experience. So make sure you show them
Mhm.
what you want them to see. So,
Gotcha.
and then, and just simply stay prayed up.
Yeah.
Pray through it,
Yeah.
pray in it, pray over it, and just push.
Right.
That's
Right.
that I would give it to them in that order, and I would sit back and then say, you put it in your life the way it
hmm
needs to be applied. However
Come
you need
on.
to,
hmm
however you need to put it in place, first, second, third, or fourth, you put it in your life the way it
hmm
needs to be aligned up. And I said, you continue to stay the course, continue to stay
hmm
positive, even through the bad days and the good days,
Mm-hmm.
stay positive. That's what I would tell
Yeah.
them, man.
Yeah. And man, to go off what Ashley said, you're right, Ashley. It's nothing we ain't never seen before.
Yep.
Come
And
on.
I tell you what, if I seen it first, and I know y'all did too. When your parents try to tell you something, you listen, oh, they don't know what they're talking about.
Oh
But
yeah.
then when it happened, you be
Yep.
like, I'm just be
Now you over there with the Google face. Like,
yeah, right, right. You don't know what to do. You
Yep.
looking crazy, like, oh my goodness, you was telling the truth, and
Yep.
looking
but
bad
that goes,
crazy.
yeah, and that
Yeah.
really goes a long way, man. You got to listen to your peers, man. I mean, yeah. When we all was young, it sound like they didn't want us to have fun, but no, they're telling you the truth because they've been through it. They
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
know. They've seen it
Yes.
first and
Yes.
And
foremost.
our
You know,
jobs as parents are to try to keep you from learning the hard way that we did. Like,
right,
what was
right,
my mistake for if it wasn't to help you not make the same mistake? What was
right.
Yes.
mine for?
Right, right.
Yes.
I tell my kids all the time, like, man, I did. I tell my son, I did the same thing. Huh? Yeah. But I'm here to tell you what's going to be the outcome. You're not
Yes.
getting it. You'll see. But you can only go so far with them till they got to see on their own. And we
But
had
I
an
Yes.
think that
incident
that's
the
a
other day with my
I think
yeah,
that that's a two-edged sword. So just as we're
yeah,
talking about, the young ones and the teenagers being receptive and listening, parents got to be honest.
right,
We got to stop
right,
sugarcoating this stuff for them. This is a different
right,
generation. They already
right,
getting it. Stop sugarcoating
right.
that stuff for them. Be
That part.
transparent
Yeah,
with your children. Be open with your
right.
children. They need to hear it from
Hmm.
you. You would be
Right.
surprised how kids look at you and how human you become to them when you can be
Uh huh.
transparent and say, you know what, I'm pregnant at 19. I
Uh
wasn't
huh.
the first one. You're not the first one. You're not the last.
Yep.
But let me
Right.
tell you what I
Right.
did, let me tell you how I had to navigate that and how hard it was,
Right.
but how God kept me. Like, kids need to hear the
They
honest
do.
to God truth. Not
They
nothing
do.
colored up for them, not nothing sugared up
Mm-mm.
for them. Like, and we as
No beating
parents
around the
have to
bush.
be
That's it.
definitely now. We as parents have to be mindful that we've been 17, 18, 19 and shoot from the hip, no
Yeah.
chaser with these
Hmm.
children and be
That's it.
transparent.
That's it.
Yeah, you got to
That's
be
it.
like you say. You got to be real with them, man, because this, like you say, this
Have to.
generation is totally different. I'm gonna be honest with you. I hear some things come from these kids, and it just, yeah, I mean, it really leaves me jaw drop. I'm like,
Yeah.
They
yo,
crazy.
did
Yep.
he just say that? Now I know we said some things, but this generation,
Man, they
man,
rough.
listen,
Listen, and I think when it comes to our generation, I know both of you can attest to this. I had a healthy dose of
yeah,
fear,
Oh yeah.
like because I knew Bessie was gonna hit me in my mouth.
But you better
I
believe it.
knew I knew the elders of the church knew Bessie, and they would hit me in my mouth.
yeah.
Yep.
You
Our
Hey,
grandma
understand?
was something.
I'm gonna tell,
Our grandma was something serious, boy. Our grandma was something serious.
yeah,
They
Hers was
don't.
I'm gonna
and
tell you,
mine.
man. My mama
Yes.
did something, man. I'm gonna tell you what's the scariest thing, and this still haunt me to this day. God rest her soul, she's not here. But stayed out late one night, man. See her calling the phone. I'm looking at the phone, y'all, and I'm ignoring the call. We had them old phone, and I
Yeah.
just know, boy, you gonna catch hell when you get home. My cousin, I ain't gonna say his name, dropped me off at 3 a.m. Kenny,
Ooh,
Ashley, I'm gonna
Man.
paint this picture for you. I goes up the steps of my apartment, open the door, lights off. I think I done made it. I cut that light on and she's sitting over there in that chair. Boy, look here. When I tell you to put fear in me, I tell you what, I listened from then on out. I didn't do another
listen,
thing
when you cut
in
that
my
light
go
on
back
and
to the
seen
house.
your mama, you felt like you had
Oh
the boo
God.
boo. As soon as
And,
you
and
cut
look,
that light
Ashley,
on and seen your mama, you felt like you had the boo boo.
and look, and I just to let y'all know what was going on. Eyes was red as I don't know what. You know what I mean? No, I wasn't doing right, man.
Yeah, but as soon as you see your mama, your bowels was ready to let
Oh yeah.
loose.
Oh yeah.
Cause you,
Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes,
They cut
yeah,
loose. Cut loose on
yeah. I ain't know what to
been
do,
there.
man. I ain't know what to do. And
Or
I
when
just
you
wonder.
know you in trouble, you get sick. You be so sick, like, oh
Yeah.
my
Yeah,
God.
you like, man, what's about to happen?
Been
Am I
there.
gonna even live to
We've all
tell
been
this?
there.
You know what I
Every
mean?
last one, all three of us have felt that, like, oh, I got a boo boo, because you done
Oh
messed up.
yeah.
Ooh, my stomach done
Hey, stomach
dropped
be
and
cutting
landed in
flips.
my feet. Oh my
Stomach be
God.
cutting flips, boy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, for real, man. But let me
Yeah,
let
because
me
we had
go here with
real
y'all
black
right quick.
grandmamas. We had real black grandmamas or
Oh yeah,
real
oh
black
yeah,
mamas. Not
yeah,
this 33,
definitely.
34. You know what I'm saying? No, no.
Big
Period.
mamas.
Yeah.
We
What
had big mamas. We had big
Yeah.
mamas.
what they say? What they say? You a grandma when you what 33, 34 now?
Yeah.
I'm like, wait,
Bernie Mac said it
it's
best.
crazy,
Bernie
man.
Mac said it
Nah,
Yeah,
best.
nah. We had grandmamas named Bessie and Louise
Yes.
and L.
And
Billy
Jesse. And
and
Jesse.
yeah,
yes, and grandpapa's name Ernest and Geraldine and
Yes.
our
yeah.
grandmamas were named Jessica and Keisha and no Geraldine will roll up on you. You
Oh
don't argue
yes.
with
Oh
Yeah.
yes.
Geraldine.
But
For
yeah,
real.
man, the day is different. But let me
So
ask
what
you
do you
this:
think they
when did y'all first come in contact with? Let me slow it down. When we talk about motivation, when was the first time that y'all really experienced it? Because I got a definition of motivation that I seen, and it gave me two, and it says the general desire or willingness of someone to do something. So, meaning, what was it when y'all was younger that you really wanted to go? Say you got a goal or something you really trying to get to. What was the first thing that like really motivated you to get it? Was it a speaker? Was it words from your mother or your father or peer? Or what's something that just inspired you to go out there and chase after your dream?
Okay,
Go.
so I'm gonna be honest, because
Okay.
everybody's life is different, right? There
Right.
are moments in your life that just really catapult you someplace else, right? So
Right.
I'm the only child. Kenny know this. I'm spoiled. I'm the only
Right.
child, the only grandchild. It's just me. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
really?
So
Mm.
yeah, my mother was the only child. So, I'm a little
Okay.
spoiled. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But what motivated me and what kind of shook it up for me was after I lost my mother and my grandmother. Because I felt like I always had
Okay.
a backup. I'm just gonna be honest. Like even as an adult, I feel like I always had a backup plan when Lakita was living, when Bessie was
Hmm.
living. I always knew I had a crutch, so to speak, right? When
Okay.
I lost
Okay.
both of them, it was like,
Yeah.
oh wow,
Right.
there's
Right.
nobody to call right now because I need to pay this bill. There's nobody to call right now because I've spent my last on an outfit, but knowing Duke Energy, you know what I'm saying, want their money. Or I spent my
Yeah.
last on a pair of shoes, but I have children. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. Like I learned it
Yeah.
a little
Yeah.
later. I was spoiled and loved them,
Yeah.
but they didn't prepare me for what to do after they weren't here. You know what I'm
Gotcha.
saying?
Gotcha.
So
I got you.
when unfortunately they passed, and I realized, oh wow, I gotta
Yeah.
figure this out myself. Like that's the true side of an adult. Folks like to holler they grown, but when you grown and it's nobody to
Yeah.
call on but the Lord, oh, you gonna figure out how to make some shape. And that's
You're right about that.
really the birth of like my business. Like I went through something, I made a mistake.
Hmm.
I'll be honest, I ended up with something on my record, and life got a little hard. And it wasn't
Yeah.
a bestie, it wasn't a Lakita, it was me and God. And I cried and I prayed and that's how Fly Feet became. Because it was like, listen, you have
Yeah.
something, you love doing it,
Hmm.
utilize it,
Yeah.
make it profitable for you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
That was the
I
turning
got
point for me that catapulted me. Like, oh, you don't have that crutch. You say you
you. Yeah.
love the Lord. Let me see you love him. Let me see you
Right.
love him without, you know what I'm saying, Bessie telling you to,
Yeah.
or
So.
Lakita making you
Yeah.
go to church. You say you trust the Lord and you standing on faith or standing on your business like these young people say. Stand on it right
Hmm.
now when it's just me and you in the trenches and it's not a Bessie and it's not a Lakita and you don't know how this
You're
gonna get
right.
paid. Do you say you
You're right.
trust me? Let me see you trust me.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
That
Baby,
Gotcha.
part.
that
That's
was the turning
hey,
point.
amen. Amen.
That
I
part.
feel you. I got
That
you on
part.
that one.
That part.
What you got, Ken?
I think the pick it like she said, what did turn point for me was, I lost 6 family members in one year. And
Jesus.
Yeah.
the biggest part was the first part of that six was my grandmother, my everything.
Right.
To see her slowly drift away, it
Hmm.
hurt like hell. And then when she left, my dad left, lost my dad.
Hmm.
Then I lost my
Hmm.
mom. But in that, I was kind of angry with God because I didn't know why He did it the way He did it. But when He told me, He said, "Son, let's go back to when I told you to make peace with your mom and dad for you." When I thought about that
Yeah.
thing, I said, okay. I said, you prepared. He was right. He was preparing the story for me. My grandma
Hmm.
instilled everything. So that breaking point was for me. What it took me back to what my grandma used to teach me. It's gonna be a
Hmm.
day where either I'm gonna leave here, your dad gonna
Hmm.
leave here, and you're gonna leave here. She said, but in that moment, you have to make peace
Hmm.
with both of them. And I had to do
Right.
that, man. And I think that's what really that was the biggest turning point for me was them losing them, but also understanding what she instilled in me and understanding what all of them had a part to play in my life, and that made
I
me
got you.
made me the person I am today.
Well, I think we all got a similar story, man. Mine was when I lost my mother, uh, my best friend. You know what I mean? And then I realized I was like, yo, I can't I can't run to her no more. You know what I mean? It was like it's weird dialing 357-4159. That was, it just, I can't, nobody picks up the phone no more. Now it's somebody else on the other line. You know what I mean? And it was just one of those things, man, that really, it shook me up, and at the same time made me who I am today. You know what I mean? So I can honestly say that's the first time I was ever motivated to get off my butt and go do what I got to do and go get it. Because losing a family member, especially your mother, or your grandmother, somebody that you see 365 every day of your life, and then they gone, how you ain't supposed to just bounce back from that. You really
Yeah,
don't bounce back from that. You know what I
yeah,
mean? And that's what I tell people, man. Like, cherish your people while they here, man. Like, for real. Because once, your best friend or your mother's gone, father, grandmama, or something like that, and you was very close to them, and you don't have them no more, bro. It's one of the things I can't explain, man. And that motivated me, man. That really did. So I see we
yeah,
all share that similarity, man. And that's
yeah,
something that I pray nobody has to go through, but this is life. And
Definitely.
eventually we're gonna go through it one day. But I just had to ask y'all that, like, what really motivated y'all, to get y'all going and to get y'all moving in the right direction, man. So Kenny, I like that. Ashley, yours, I
Unfortunately,
definitely felt it. Go ahead, Ashley.
unfortunately, um, unfortunately, I feel like it takes something like that. You don't want it to be that, but so much of that, get up and go, that swift kick in the butt, that motivation comes after tragedy.
Yeah,
Like you don't want it to be like that, but so much
yeah,
of it comes from that. Like I gotta move. Like
right,
I gotta keep pushing.
right,
I gotta get up. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Again,
right.
and that's where like I try to teach young people, not just my children, but young
Mhm.
people in general, like, don't wait till something tragic happens to get a little mojo
Yeah,
about yourself. Like these kids now have no
Kind of sense of urgency, no kind of get up and go, no kind of like let me bust a move now. And I'm like,
yeah,
don't wait for something tragic. Don't wait for
hmm,
something, futile to
hmm,
happen to where you're like, let me get up and move, let me get up and make something shake, because you got people right now
hmm,
rooting for you and want you to make something shake. Just off the
right,
strength because they believe in you, they know that you can, they want to see
right.
your dreams come to fruition. Like, don't wait until something crazy happens to finally, light bulbs go
You're
off.
right.
Because you got folk around you that's telling you and trying to school you.
yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And
Hmm.
all they gotta do is listen. All they gotta do
that's
is
That's it.
it.
listen.
That's
That's
it.
it.
That's all they got to do, man. And that's one of the biggest things, y'all. But I just wanted I want to appreciate you guys for coming on here tonight, man, with me doing the motivational Tuesday. And if we can, I would like to keep it going.
Oh yeah,
If you guys want to come back on this week, or you can
I'm with
actually
it.
let me know somebody who want to be a part of the panel. We can
I'm
bring it here.
definitely
We're gonna
with it.
try to keep it at 30 to 35 minutes,
Okay.
and then we can go from there. That's why I like this live stream. You could do it
Oh
actually
yeah,
from the comfort of your own home, and
yeah.
everything is live. So you guys just let me know if you want to be a part of it again,
Oh, I'm on.
and
I'm on.
we'll
I'm
do
And
it
locked in,
again.
baby.
listen, let
I'm
me
locked in.
give you and your wife your flowers.
Yes.
We appreciate
Appreciate
you
it.
for being a pillar of the community. We appreciate you for,
Appreciate it.
being, just the guy and of God that you are and the woman of God that your wife is. Because, I've known Sade forever too.
Yes.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, baby. It's like we've known each other forever. So for you all to be in a position to do anything you can with this podcast, but want to pour back into others, pour back into your community,
Right,
keep us aware of
right,
what's going on in our community, introduce new businesses in our community.
right.
Man, kudos to you and your wife. Like this is a
Thank
dope
you, Ashley. We
platform.
appreciate it.
Salute to
Thank you,
you
thank
and
you.
your family. Just we appreciate you taking your time because it does take you away from your children. But that's how we know
Yeah,
that this is a love for you and you're
Yep.
right,
invested
right,
in it. And we
right.
notice that and we don't take that for granted. So let me give you your flowers and pour into your cup and say
Thank you.
thank you and we love you and we
Oh yeah.
appreciate you. And as dope as
Well,
you
I
are,
appreciate that.
God ain't through with you yet. Ah,
Right, right, right. You're right. I appreciate y'all, man. I really
And I want
do.
to
And
second that too, man.
she
Like she
behind the
said,
scenes saying thank you.
hey, like she said, Thomas. I knew
Yeah,
Sade when I was working at Cornerstone, so I knew her from
Yeah.
yeah.
you, you
A
know.
whole
So
family from
yeah,
Cornerstone.
oh yeah, you know what I'm saying. So just to have your queen on your back, and then you
Yeah,
Woo.
have your back the way she do, and you have her back the way you do. God ain't gonna do awesome and tremendous things in both of y'all life. I already know.
Yes.
So I'm grateful, man, for
appreciate
you
it,
being my
brother.
brother. I'm grateful for the path God got me and you on. I'm grateful for my sister in the background and smiling. I know she is and waving. And I'm just grateful, man,
Yes,
for
she
the
is.
podcast. God going to take us, man, to high places, Thomas. With this King Table, this
Yes,
everything
sir.
Yes.
podcast, we're going to go to cities. We're going to travel, man. We're going to move this thing.
Yes.
That's
I
good, man.
believe
You
that.
know,
Yeah.
yes, sir, man. I really do appreciate y'all, man. And like I say, if y'all know anybody, just
Mhm.
let them know. Bring them on with you. And we can have a good time on here with a healthy conversation, man. You know, all
It's needed.
positivity, and yeah, we always gonna try to reach somebody with this. You know what I mean?
It's
So
needed.
let's just keep the ball rolling, y'all. I really do appreciate y'all tonight, for real, man. Thank you,
Same here, man. Appreciate
Ashley. Appreciate it,
it.
Kenny.
Hey,
And with
my
that being
sister.
said, y'all, One Nation Podcast 664, we out. Peace.
We
Yeah,
out. Bye,
peace.
y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
All right, bye bye.